It puts here. Because I know the questions off by heart. I don't need that.
Well, that's just such useless. That's good for you, isn't it?
It's okay. I can just look down.
Yeah.
You just stop people walking through the camera.
He can be your stunt microphone holder or something like that.
He can't be trusted. He's a rogue element we don't allow.
Hi, I'm Will from the Mystic Geek, and we have met
Baptistine
and our spaceman's name?
Johan.
And these guys, is it your first salute, or have you been here before?
We came last year, and I used to do this kind of convention, but in Belgium or in France.
Fantastic. And how long does it take to make your outfits?
The Space Marine is 160 hours, and mine is only 30 hours.
Only 30 hours? Wow. And how tall is he actually under there?
He's on stilt, and he's 2 meters 20, so I think it's 6 feet 3. I'm not sure. So.
Did you get through across from Belgium okay, or did they stop you at the airport to wonder?
No, we came by car because I wouldn't risk it in the plane because the luggage are not really taken care of, so this one is too precious.
Have you had lots of people want to take pictures with you?
Yeah, a lot of enthusiastic, lovely people and really great comments on the work, and it's really wonderful. So.
They look absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Hi, here we are with Wargames, and I'm with
Dave Lewis.
Dave Lewis. Oh, hi, hello. And basically, we're going to talk to you about your products. The first question is, what do you have for geeky gamers?
Well, first off, we've got Drop Zone Commander. That's our main game, 10mm scale, mass battle, urban combat. You're dropping tanks, moving them with dropships, stuff like that. Tournament style game, very balanced. That's the idea of it, really. 1500 pointer, takes about an hour and a half. Give you a kind of broad idea of what it's like as a game to play. So we've got that, and we've also got Drop Fleet as well, which is our new game in the works. We just finished a Kickstarter on that. We're showing off most of the range here today, so backers can get a chance to actually see the models in the flesh, which is cool. We've got the Avenger here as well, the big 3-meter strike carrier, which is...
We'll definitely get a video of that one in a minute.
It kind of ties the two games together because it's 10mm scale, which is Drop Zone scale, but the actual model in Drop Fleet is really small. It's only like that big. It's one of the really small ships, but it kind of gives you a sense of the scale of everything. So yeah, and I'm just here to chat to people about gaming and models, painting, whatever.
You've kind of answered my next question a little bit, but that's fine. I was going to say, what have you got coming up in the next year? If you say the same things, that's absolutely fine.
Well, there's Drop Fleet, obviously. We're hoping to ship to backers in June, July, and then the actual retail launch will be a little after that. There's more stuff coming out for Drop Zone all the time. There's some pre-release stuff here today, actually. There was some stuff out last month. There's more stuff out next month. Reconquest Phase 2, our next book. That's out in probably about 2 months' time, a month, something like that. It's hard to say exactly, but that's imminent. Anyway, I've finished writing it, so it's all done. It's just got to be assembled.
I like it. That's good. And where can people find your products?
www.hawkwargames.com. That's the best place to check it out. There's tons of material online now for Drop Zone and things like that. There's a lot of unofficial blogs. Orbital Bombardment is a good one to look at for some, like if you're into the tournament scene, they're a good one to look at. But there's a ton of stuff online now for Drop Zone, and obviously for the Drop Fleet, the best place to go is the Kickstarter page. Just Google Drop Fleet Kickstarter and you'll come across it very easily, and there you can see the range and everything and see a lot of the things. Beast of War do a lot of coverage too, so there's a ton of material there, plenty of stuff, and this kind of thing, obviously.
Lots of people doing these sort of things. Now, this is the most important question. If your company was a mythological creature,
All right.
what would it be?
What would it be? Let me think. Something that's Atlas.
Atlas. I like it. He's holding up the globe.
Well, that's how I feel. That's how I feel most of the time, anyway.
That's a really good answer. It was a pleasure meeting you. Hopefully we'll do some more conversations in the future, and we'll come back and forth. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, here we are again, and we're speaking to...
I'm Daryl. I work with Great Escape Games on a sort of a now and then basis. I'm one of the co-authors of Iron Cross.
That's good. So we've got some questions for you. Question 1. What do you have for geeky people, for geeky gamers?
What do we have for geeky gamers? A fantastic layout. So I'm here today with 4Ground actually. So I'm demoing the Iron Cross game, showing people the basic mechanics, answering some questions. As I know a few books out there people have bought, but also then showing off the great terrain that 4Ground have put together.
It's good, it's good. Okay, next question. What have we got to look forward to in the upcoming year?
We're currently working on a supplement for Iron Cross, which is featured around or focused around the desert war, so mid-war period, looking at North Africa, Crete, up into Syria, a bit of the Greek campaign, so a little bit of the whole Mediterranean theatre.
That's a good place.
Some of the minor armies or the minor skirmishes or minor conflicts that aren't necessarily the forefront of people's minds when they think of North African World War II.
That's good. Next question. Where can people find your products?
There are quite a few stockists of Iron Cross, and obviously 4Ground is available everywhere. But Great Escape Games have got a stand here today. Dice Bag Lady sells it. There's a lot of other people, so trying to think of mine's gone completely blank.
That's okay, don't worry.
So North Star Miniatures would be a great place to get it. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, this is the tricky one. We might have to give you a couple of seconds to think about this, but because if you know this one off the top of your head, I will be impressed.
Okay.
If your company was a mythological creature, what creature would it be? Would you like a second to think about this, or are you ready? Let's pause. Interlude music. Okay, here we go. If your company was a mythological creature, let's start that again. If your company was a mythological creature, what would it be?
I don't know what it's called, but it's that two-headed beast. Do you know what I mean? Like Greek mythology.
So there's the three-headed wolf.
Is it Cerberus, the two-headed dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is Cerberus is the three-headed dog.
Maybe it's three heads.
Guards the gates to hell. Is that what we're talking about? And why would that be?
Well, why would that be? So that I guess the two or the three heads, depending on when someone will pick us up and
Someone
check it
will
out.
comment about
Yeah,
what it's
so
meant
I'm one
to
of the
be.
heads. Stuart from Great Escape Games and Mark from Great Escape Games will be the other two heads.
That's good. And you breathe fire and guard the gates to hell as well, apparently.
It's something like that, yeah.
Pleasure. Hi, here we are with 4Ground, and I'm with
Cad from 4Ground.
Brilliant. And we're going to ask you 4 questions. The first question would be, what geeky things do you do for geeky gamers?
Well, we do a wide variety of things. We do our fantasy range. This is Fabled Realms and the Ruins of Daldor in the background. We also do sci-fi, like a Gothic city. You could use it for say 40k or for Batman, anything like that. 15 mils. You got Middle Eastern terrain. Anything you can think of, really.
That's
apart from 6 mil at the moment.
apart from 6 mil. No, that's small. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we got another question for you.
Yeah.
What have you coming? We got another question for you. What have you got coming up in the next year?
In the next year, we're expanding the Gothic City range even further. We're looking at maybe bringing out a temple for the fantasy range.
Yep.
To go with the backstory, it'll be for the Ninefold Path. And then we're going to bring out, we're going to bring out some more of the sci-fi buildings as well. We're looking at bringing out a cantina to go with that, so another feature building, as well as some more stuff for the 15 mil range, so that'll be Cold War gone hot, so semi-modern, like 1980s.
Brilliant. And where can people find your products?
They can find it on www.4ground.co.uk. Sold it in a load of retailers as well throughout the country and throughout the world. And if your retailer doesn't sell it, ask them to go to their distributor. We're distributed by North Star, Simple Miniatures, and a couple of others as well.
Brilliant. Last question. This one might take a couple of seconds to think about, but this is a good question. If your company was a mythological creature, what creature would it be?
Well, one of our staff members would say we have to be a unicorn, because otherwise she'll be distressed at the fact that I didn't say that. So yeah, we're a unicorn.
Amazing. It's got all the things you need, I suppose. Pleasure being with you.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's got a horn.
We've got answers. Okay, go.
It's pretty. It's got a horn, and it's ready when you need it.
Brilliant. I can't ask her anymore. Pleasure meeting you. Chat to you soon.
That's all right.
No worries. Hi, this is Wayne from Otherworld Miniatures.
Hi guys.
And basically, we're going to talk to him about some of his stuff he's got for his company. Basically, we're going to ask you, what are the geeky games you have for geeky gamers?
Okay, so here at Otherworld Miniatures, We produce figures for fantasy role-playing. It's all inspired by the early artwork of the early RPG games. We do have our own rules, Otherworld Fantasy Skirmish, which came out last year, which is starting to gain a little bit of momentum. We provide figures for the gamer and the collector.
Good, that's good. That's what most people want, to be fair.
Lots of geeky goodness.
Yeah. Okay, I've got all these questions memorised, as you can tell. So what have you got to look forward to in the upcoming year?
Okay, so we've now grown to about over 600 figures in the range. And this year we're also working with Judges Guild to produce a range of miniatures for them. We'll be at UK Games Expo. We produced the event figure for them as well this year. So we're going to be bringing out a monster manual for the skirmish game, and we continue to add to the range of figures that we've got.
That's really good. You're at the UK Games Expo. We'll be there as well, so we might do a follow-up interview with you then. That'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. This is a good one. So professional.
Okay.
So where can people find your products?
Okay, so you can find us online at otherworldminiatures.co.uk. You can also follow us on social media, so we're on Facebook at Otherworld Miniatures. We have a separate Facebook page for the skirmish game, Otherworld Miniatures Fantasy Skirmish. Most of the figures you can buy directly through the web store, and we do sell our product through some stockists as well.
Brilliant, that's good to know. Okay, last and final question. If your company, and it's a weird one, if your company was a mythological creature, what would it be?
I would have to say a genie, because we make your geeky wishes come true.
Oh, that's a good answer. Well done. That's a good improvement on the last one we had. Okay. I think it was human. But I like it. Pleasure. As anyway, we'll talk to you soon. I hope you'll see you at Games Expo as well.
Look forward to it.
Brilliant. Hi, here we are with Spartan Games, and I'm here with
Neil.
I'm Beth.
and we've got some questions for them. Okay, the first question is, what geeky things do you do for geeky gamers?
I make Wargames. That makes me the ultimate geek. It's sort of, I'm an ex-computer programmer, so that makes me a super geek.
You've got many layers, I'd like to say.
I have so many levels of geekness, it's unbelievable. Most of them surrounded by pie.
But it's a good way to do it. And have you got anything to say on this?
I think everybody just needs to come down to the office, because when they see the toys just littered over every surface, they'll see how geeky we really are.
That's what I like.
What she means by that is she hates the fact that we're untidy men.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
And we put our crap everywhere. It really annoys her, and I just put more out just to keep annoying her. It's good fun. Because that's a geeky thing to do.
It's a very geeky thing to do. So I leave mine in boxes, though. Is that weird? I don't know. I get told off for it all the time.
Well, you see, the thing about making games is you've got to be a geek, because for me it was this or a real job.
Yeah.
And I didn't want a real job.
Me neither.
I had a real job once, didn't like it. Did it for too long, so it's much better to make spaceships and fantasy naval ships and science fiction and steampunk, and then we've got all sorts of I've got our new World War II stuff. So yeah, there's loads of crazy geek things.
Okay, next question. What have we got to look forward to in the upcoming year?
Well, I started answering that one already, haven't I?
You have, that's what I thought, but we'll move on. You can mention other things if you want.
Well, let's see. Okay, we got lots. We've got the fast-paced version of Dystopian Wars. We've got the Dystopian Wars fighter game. We've got the Dystopian Wars 15mm game. We've got the new stuff for Firestorm Task Force. We've got new stuff for Firestorm Armada. We've got new stuff for Planetfall. We've got Halo Ground Command, which is a pretty big release for us. Pretty exciting stuff. We've got more stuff for Halo Fleet Battles, moving into the modern era of Halo. And we've got about 2 other games in development that I can't talk about because Beth will kill me.
Beth, could you tell us?
I can't, no, because I'll have to call myself if I do.
Is that arrangeable?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I'm joking. Okay, and where can people buy your products from?
Lots of places. I mean, lots of distribution around the world. But I mean, in the UK, we've got people like Troll Trader Kingsley, Wayland Games, Majesty Military. There's loads and loads of stores stock it, and lots of distributors around the world can get it. So, we are pretty well represented everywhere. So,
That's good.
And they can always come to our online store if they want as well. But we're very actively promoting our sales channel. It's important to look after those guys, because without your sales partners, you're not exactly going to do very well.
Keeps the game promoted as well, having your local friendly gaming stores do it.
Absolutely, it does. It's a community, and it's the thing about wargaming. That's why it's all of us geeks flocking together, and it is all about that community of building. Us all getting together. For me, I love the the crack of my mates coming around, playing war games, rolling dice, and taking the mick out of them.
I love rolling dice. It's a real thing, rolling lots and lots of dice. Okay, last question. If your company was a mythological creature, what would it be? I'll ask both of you. You can have different answers if you want to. So let's start with you.
Penguin. No. What? Might be mythological.
It could be. It could be.
At me. Your mate's laughing at me.
He laughs at many things.
Is that what it is?
Shiny keys will get him going half the time.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. It's a good one. Yeah. Hydra.
Hydra.
Yeah, many-headed. And, they just keep growing back more, and they just keep going with it, and they get better and stronger and more fierce. A bit like our games.
So is that like when Beth has to sort of slay herself, 2 more heads will grow and they'll become more powerful than she could ever imagine?
I can't cope with 2 Beths in the office.
Okay, Beth, let's go with the same question to you. If your company was a mythological creature, what would it be?
I'd agree with Hydra, but then I'd also say we're a griffin because, head of a lion, body of an eagle, it's just quite majestic and awesome, and it kind of soars above everyone else. So,
Svelte's the answer, isn't it?
Oh, well, it's better than fat, isn't it, really? It's up to you, really. I'm going to go with that one. So, yeah.
Pleasure meeting you. It's a pleasure. Pleasure meeting you both. Well, obviously, we'll sort this all out and we'll put links up.
Everybody else will be boring compared to me, so you're all right.
You're right, it's true. You are correct already. It's happened. I can't compete with that. Don't ruin our business. We've worked hard for this. I want it to be a worm. Here we are with, Spartan Games. Spartan Games, right. Just
I'm not called Spartan Games, I'm called Neil.
Oh yeah.